What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Donna Summer. And we're returning to the Endless Summer compilation. Thank you, as always, to Scott for sharing this and much else, and the patience as I've gone through everything. And the next tune in the playlist is Bad Girls. So I have on my mind now, when I return to this compilation, that it seems a number of the tunes are either the single version or a less extensive version that may exist elsewhere. So if that's the case here, it's just the album or the compilation we're working with, so bear with me. But yes, Bad Girls, I wonder if this is an assessment of the narrator or maybe from other people, from society, and there's maybe some nuance to whether they're actually bad or whether it is a direct statement of moral quality. Of course, bad can mean good or cool or otherwise more desirable than you might think just on the surface of the phrase. So I don't know who these bad girls are. I don't know if the narrator is one of them. I don't know if they're genuinely bad or if they're bad in a more take charge kind of way. So I guess we'll find out, or at least I'll do my best to pick it up on a first listen. This is Donna Summer. The track is Bad Girls, and it's included on the Endless Summer compilation. And again, I'm guessing there's a longer version where it keeps going here, maybe cycles through the chorus another couple times, or at least has an extended run beyond this. So yeah, I really enjoy that one lyrically. So very quickly it became clear we're talking about streetwalkers, ladies of the night, those who provide companionship for pay. But it's interesting because it's speaking to, and indeed, like the chorus uses the phrase, you bad or you dirty bad girls and so on. But I think that's like society's voice, and I think it's also number one humanizing these girls, saying they're just like me and you. They come from far and wide. They want to be a star. There's nothing more human than that. And I think there's sympathy for the way in which they're in that position because of male appetites and the way society has attitudes about sex that are contradictory, meaning people seek out sex, men want sex, but then the women who are in a position to, and maybe because of hard socioeconomic times or because they have difficulties being hired elsewhere in a what's the right word, not patronizing, paternalistic, or like a male-dominated world, they end up in those situations, but it's, they're in those positions because of this contradictory, like, men want this, but then the women get stigmatized for serving those desires and roles. So I think, the song is cleverly sort of speaking to what society says, but then humanizing the girls, even though I don't think we hear any of their names specifically. And she even says, like, is it what's your name? I forget exactly the line. But it's also indicating the way that, they have to reach out, like, hey man, you looking for it? I got what you need, or I got what you want, and you've got what I need, so, let's make something of it. So it's sort of addressing a complicated socioeconomic, cultural, and sexual dynamic of prostitution and women who go out on the street. And she's saying, like, your mom, the mothers of these women, they wouldn't be happy to learn that that's what they're doing. But again, can we really blame them? Because maybe they went out to do something different. Maybe they went out to be a movie star. They were supposed to be in commercials, but then there wasn't enough work, or they were exploited in that regard anyway. So yeah, it sort of takes a nuanced, complicated look at a complicated dynamic in society. And of course, Donna's vocals, they get very expressive, and there's a part in the latter stages where she has this extension that sort of runs through multiple levels, all in, one breaststroke, if you will, which I was very impressed by. And I enjoy the different sonic elements. Obviously, it's got that disco dance and drive to it, but there's some guitar work in there, some flourishes. There's obviously a lot of brass work and flourishes, and there's some cool drums, not only the sort of driving, I don't know if it's natural drum or drum machine actually, but not just that steady driving beat, but also some hand drum flourishes and some like nice accentuation of the percussion along the way. So yeah, a very enjoyable tune. Once again, I look forward to hearing, number one, whether there is a longer version of this, and whether that's the reason for the fade out, or whether this is actually the main version of the tune, as well as any further insights on the lyrics. Once again, shout out to Scott. Let me know what you're thinking, and I'll see you for the next one. Peace.